Is this working? Finally, guys. I don't know what was going on there with the internet connection. So, I don't know why this happens sometimes on the lives. Okay, it should be all right now. Yeah, before I get into this live stream, I just want to say thanks to everyone that came down today to the event. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Something with the connection here. Let's see if this clears up. Right. So, yeah, we had a great event today. And as I promised you guys on the live stream, I got some pictures of the event. I know it's not the same as being there, but it is nice to see the pictures. It gives you a feel, it gives you a lot of inspiration. So those of you that couldn't make the event, I suppose it's not the end. It's not the end of the world, but you can check out the pictures on Instagram, Facebook, and I think I put one on the community section of YouTube. It's really good to sometimes get pictures of good memories. I was saying to one of my clients that I've been coaching. He's doing my 1 year program and helping him to build his business. And I like working with him because he's got the same values as me about honesty. We're not into fake stuff. But I said to him, obviously the world we're living in today, it's very good if you take pictures and they're genuine. I'm not talking about taking fake pictures, but pictures where you're enjoying your life. It's really good for promoting your business. It attracts more business. It inspires people. So I got some pictures of the event, so hopefully people can see it and get inspired to come along. So I'll talk a little bit about the event and then we'll get into the main talk. I'll answer questions. I'm aiming to do at least an hour today, minimum, regardless of how many people come on. I've set myself a standard of doing an hour. I may go over the time, but I'm going to do at least an hour because then that's my own sort of little goal. And I'm going to help as many people as I can. Lots to talk about today. I learned a lot from teaching today. We had a good group today. We had 10 plus people. I booked out a hotel. We sat down. We really had a great time. The effort was great from the guys. I couldn't really have asked for any more. And many things came out of that, which gave me the idea of this live stream. So we'll be getting into that. Like I said as well, guys, I'm quite excited at the moment. I've decided I'm going to start investing more of my own money into improving the quality of this channel. So soon I want to buy a new laptop that's got a better camera because the live stream, the actual quality on this laptop, it isn't great. And it kind of bothers me a bit. I'm also going to buy some new lenses for my camera so I can get some more professional shots just to, make everything better production, better quality. I'm also thinking about maybe creating like a type of studio in here because I love this flat. It's kind of small but big. It's got a lot of space. So I'm thinking about that. I want to get more of a professional setup. I just feel like it'll be better for the brand and the business and it will give people more value. And I was thinking, I don't have to do that. Everything's still working really successfully, but it's something that I want to do. It challenges me in a good way, and I would like to do that. So that's something I'm going to do, and I've set myself a goal. I did it before. I did it like a couple of years ago. I sort of upped the quality. People noticed it, and it was great. When we was in the COVID time, I wasn't working then like most of us, so I studied editing. I studied, lighting and filming, and I got a better camera. But yeah, the videos that I do the videos I do with my Canon, they're really good quality. And the videos that I usually do on my phone are good quality. But as I said, the quality on the laptop's not great. But I do like this laptop because it allows me to answer the questions. So there's that. Oh, I've got a coffee here. So yeah, if you want to see pictures of the event, you can follow me on Instagram. Let me leave a link. Actually, I can do. Actually, you can just. What is my Instagram name? Hold on. I'm sure it's Confidence Coach Jonathan. Let's double check. I don't use Instagram as much as YouTube. Yeah, if you search in Confidence Coach Jonathan, you can find me on Instagram. I post up like all good stuff. I post up pictures of the events. some of my clients who allow me to put pictures up when we're doing sessions, my diet, my traveling. It's a really positive post, of things that you can get inspired by: diet, training, tips on confidence, etc. Some of my own travels and stuff, diet, many things on there. So, title of this live stream, social anxiety. Working hard gives you confidence, and something that I've realized this for a long time, and it's something that a lot of people neglect a lot of the time. And believe it or not, at the event today, I got to speak to everyone individually. Actually, the event today wasn't about social anxiety. It was about how to quit your job and start your own business. But many people at the event had some anxieties around socializing and communicating. So it always kind of coincides, like it always connects with what I'm teaching, what people struggle with. And one of the things that I explained to people, and they were telling me their problems, is a lot of the guys at the groups were saying that they couldn't focus. They found it very hard to focus on things they wanted to do, like starting their own business. And I said to them, I explained to them that that's anxiety and fear. We use different words sometimes. We use words like procrastinate, which is like almost become like a politically correct word for actually cowering away from your responsibilities and your fears. So people use this label, which is fine. But the real truth is, if you find yourself not being able to focus, it's because you're scared. It's because you're scared to sit down and work hard at what you want to achieve, whatever that may be. And I know because I've learned about my own fears and how I've overcome them. And I've been coaching people for almost 11 years now in the area of fear and anxiety, confidence, and it encompasses all these things: accountability, focus. So initially, why is it generally people are afraid to work hard? Why don't people work hard on their relationships? Why is it so many people who have social anxiety, they don't work hard to overcome it? They don't go out and push themselves. They don't go to events. They don't meet people regularly. They don't do live streams. They don't do public talks. They allow their negative self-doubt to talk them out of it. Well, it's because they want to avoid suffering. They don't want to face the suffering of working hard. But the irony is, what I found in my own experience and from seeing the results that my clients get and how they feel, at first, when you work hard at something, it's kind of like monotonous. You don't want to do it. You don't feel like it. It can cause quite a lot of stress. It can cause emotional pain. It can bring up things from childhood trauma, insecurities, bad memories, all those sorts of things. But if you push through those barriers and you stick at it, you always change state. You come into a point where you actually really enjoy it. And that's where I'm at the moment in my life, in my business. So when you stick at things, whatever they are, in this case, we're talking about social anxiety. So all the clients that I coach, I get them to regularly, I give them homework when we're outside of our sessions. And the homework, it always entails them socializing in some way or another, whether it's going on a date, whether it's going to a meetup group, whether it's spending more time with their family, whether it's going and doing a public talk, or whether it's attending one of my events. And the reason why I do that is because it works. It builds confidence. When you work hard, your psychology has got a reason to. It's basically when you work hard, it reinforces self-esteem on every single level, and that's why a lot of people don't feel good, because they don't work hard at something. So just the irony of focusing on a goal and working hard really does increase mental health, happiness, self-esteem. Now, I know this is off topic, but I was just watching Floyd Mayweather. Obviously, he's retired now. I'm sure all of you know who Floyd Mayweather is. One of the most accomplished, successful boxers in history, right? 50 fights, never been defeated. He's also a good businessman. He made the most amount of money I think a boxer's ever made. And I listen to other people, I learn, and I listen to the things that they say, because a lot of the times they coincide with the things that I teach and I've learned in all areas of life. And Mayweather said it again and again. People sometimes miss it. I heard it. He said, whatever you want to do in life, you've got to work very hard. He said, I didn't get here by not working hard. The same for me. To get to where I got to, my confidence, my success, the business that I built the brand, I didn't get there. It's not fluke, it's not luck, it's not accident, it's hard work. But that hard work actually, if you stick at something and you work hard, what actually makes you happy is the progress that you make from working hard. And all the guys today looked really happy at the event because it was, I said to them, challenging. I'm going to say things that you're not always going to want to hear. It's going to bring up some of your emotions from childhood because I'm going to call you out on areas where you're not being accountable. And you've given me permission to do that, and they appreciated that. And they had a great time. Everybody stayed to the end. Some people stayed more. And they went away, and I said to everybody, you'll be proud of yourself because you worked hard today. You come to an event, everybody did a bit of public speaking, everybody got to talk about things they're struggling with. I gave them solutions. And most of the solution for everyone was set a goal, focus on that goal, make no excuses, face your fears, and consistently keep facing your fears and working hard. And then you're going to see great results. You're going to gain confidence. And this applies to every area of life, which is why I personally love starting with social anxiety, because it's the area that I teach in, and then going off into different areas because the principles are the same. So in order for me, the amount of work that I had to do to overcome my social anxiety taught me the blueprint on how to make money and build a business. It taught me the blueprint on how to lose 25 pounds and get in shape. It's the same principle. Different areas, yeah. Social anxiety is a different area to training and dieting. Dating and relationships is slightly different to public speaking and doing live streams on YouTube. But the principle is all the same. It's about taking action. It's about showing up. It's about being accountable. It's about going through these uncomfortable emotions until they become positive emotions. So initially, people don't want to work hard. People procrastinate on facing their social anxiety, on building a business or whatever it may be, because they don't want to experience bad emotions. But what people don't understand is, or what they fail to understand, they're not going to be happy if they don't go through those emotions. You can't avoid them. You can't just say, well, I want to just get straight to success, make loads of money, but I don't want to suffer. I don't want to be rejected. I don't want to be challenged by anyone. It's impossible. You can't say to yourself, I've said this to clients before who have, some of them have an anxiety around stuttering in social situations and getting awkward. And they say to me, my biggest fear, Jonathan, is stuttering and running out of things to say and going red in front of people. I'm really frightened of it. And I said, I understand. I really understand your fear. I've had the same fear. But if you don't face it and go through that, you're never going to overcome it. You're always going to be held back by the fear that you're going to stutter or you're going to, get awkward in front of people. It's not going to change for you. So it ain't going to change on its own. It's not going to change by just watching a video or reading a book. You've got to go through those situations and you've got to stutter until you no longer stutter. So that's the practice. And I'm telling you, it's always the hard practices that give you the best results. It's always the areas where people don't want to go in, which is why people tend to gravitate towards being critical of other people that are successful, complaining, blaming, judging, projecting. These are all defense mechanisms. These are all self-hatred, all frustration, because the individual is not taking responsibility and facing what he needs to face or what she needs to face. If you face these things, your self-esteem increases. You don't feel the need to criticize other people. You don't feel the need to be jealous or angry, and you don't feel the need to be distracted. You're in the flow. You have a focus. You're driven, and it's a wonderful feeling, and anybody can do it. It's a wonderful feeling, and you have to earn it. I was thinking about this. I went to the shop. I bought this coffee. I was thinking about today, the kind of whole affirmation and the whole theme around today's talk is social anxiety. Yes, it's working hard. And it's like, most people, right? Most people just expect to be positive just by doing nothing, right? And I understand. I think it's great. And I know there are some people out there. There's some people in this world, and I do admire them. They're just naturally very optimistic people. They're very friendly. They're very kind. Maybe they were brought up in like a close to perfect family, right? Nothing's perfect, but maybe their family were very positive. They grew up in a good environment. They didn't really go through the challenges that maybe some of us went through. So they naturally got this positive outlook on life. Maybe they don't have much mental health challenges like I've had or some of you. So that's all they know. That's brilliant. But the reality is most people are not like that. And I'm not like that naturally. Most people by nature are negative. They're negative. They're pessimistic. They feel down. Les Brown even said it. I love Les Brown. He's probably the most positive motivational speaker I've ever heard. And I love Les because he tells the truth. He doesn't pussyfoot around it and hide. And Les Brown said, the human condition, the way it is naturally negative, which is why he said you've got to train your mind, your body, your soul every day to be positive. That's how he becomes so positive. I'm the same. I have to work every single day at being positive because I'm not naturally a happy, positive person. Maybe when I was really young, but because of mental health, because of things I've been through, because of the society that we live in, but I don't use that as an excuse, and that's what makes you happy. So you can't just not work hard and expect to be positive. If you work very hard, you become a positive person. And other people will say things like, I've had it, it's nice. It makes me laugh. People will be like, that person, how is he so positive? Or how is she so positive? They don't understand it because they're in a negative place and they don't know how to get out of it because they don't understand the value of what I'm teaching today. No one's ever explained it to them, or they never stepped outside their comfort zone. I didn't know these things until I learned them and knew them. Now knowing what I know and the value of it, which is why I spoke about in yesterday's live stream, the value of having good social skills takes you around the world. So whatever you do, work hard at it. I honestly believe this. You guys can share your thoughts. Actually, I don't want to generalize and just say men, right? Because I believe human beings, but maybe more so men, being that I'm a man. I'm speaking from the male perspective. Most of a man's self-esteem in this world, his sense of value, comes from working hard. I know that. I don't need to read books in history and psychology and the human condition to know that, even though I've heard that paraphrased from people that are very intelligent. I know it. I'm smart. I know it from my walking life, 39 years on this earth and teaching. I know it is something in us. We feel good when we work hard. And I include in that when we're doing good things, we're helping other people, or we're just trying hard in whatever we're doing. You know, if you're a father and you're working hard to be the best parent you can be, there's something in that makes you feel good. If you're working hard in your business, you're busting your ass every day, every night. It feels good, you know. Whatever job I've ever done, I felt good. Even if I didn't enjoy the job, I felt good about the fact that I went to work and I worked hard and I contributed. You come home, you're like, it was a hard day, but I feel good. So I'm really trying to encourage people on this channel and my clients to really work hard in life for you, for yourself, first and foremost, selfishly for your well-being, your happiness, your mental health. And then you can make such a difference onto other people. I've been doing it lately. I feel so good. Despite the challenges that we all have in our life, I feel very good from working hard. So, you know, people ask me a lot of the time, and I don't hide things back. I try not to. I'm honest. They say, how did you get to where you got to, Jonathan? How did you become successful in these different areas? I tell you the truth, I work so hard, and I'm going to work even harder for the next chapter of my life. But to get to where I've got to now, have you people in my life, the brand, the things I've overcome, what I've achieved, the little things, the big things, it wasn't by luck. It wasn't by fluke. It was by faith. It was by working extremely hard and enjoying it. You know, when I used to say to you guys, enjoy the process, where do you think that term come from? That term didn't come from books. That didn't come from just waking up. That come from busting my ass. That come from what I've been describing the last 20 minutes, going through really difficult emotions, pain, fear, anxiety, things not always working out, and then things working out off the back of that, never giving up. So social anxiety has been a blessing for me because it really taught me the value of hard work. Because when I had it bad and I couldn't overcome it, I didn't work hard. I didn't work hard because I didn't come out of my house. I was afraid to leave the house. I spent most of my time in my early 20s, not all of it, but there was a period I spent most of my time hiding in a flat in a small apartment. I was scared to come out. I didn't work hard and I got extremely depressed, and I had no sense of self-esteem. I had no confidence. I had no foundation. I had nothing to believe in, to build off of. Obviously, I believed in God. I always did. But myself, I didn't believe in myself because I was lazy. I was insecure. I wasn't focused. I was making excuses. I was blaming. I was procrastinating. I was projecting. And when I started to change that, that's when everything changed for me. So, it's all about the effort that you put in. And if you put that effort in, you feel great. And I see it, my client at the moment, Phil, who's doing my 1 year program, he was out today. He was doing an event for his business. He emails me every single day about Phil. He's getting great results. It's no coincidence. No coincidence why he's successful. He's making money. He's going on dates. He's really improved his relationships with women. He's traveling. He's doing public speaking. He's such a more confident person than when I first met him. I started working with Phil several months ago. When I first met him, he travels outside down to London to do sessions with me every week. We set goals outside of the session, and he started his own business and graduated from university and become a doctor and built a coaching business. It's no excuses. He's no different to any of you. So if he can do it and if I can do it, why are more of you not doing it? Because you're allowing fear and the things to get in the way. But I honestly believe more people are going to do it. Good to see you as well, man. So yeah, working hard is a skill. I was really pleased that Mayweather said that because he's got a big influence. Millions of people listen to Mayweather. And it's very easy for people today to see people on social media and just assume that they were lucky or they're just born famous. But most people are not. Mayweather will tell you himself he come from the bottom straight to the top. And he's got that saying that I absolutely love, not just because Mayweather said it, I appreciate Mayweather saying it, but because I've learned it in my own life, hard work, dedication. And I learned that from Bruce Lee. It's really a coincidence as well. That Mayweather says it and Bruce Lee says it. People that I respect and I've got a lot of value from watching them and seeing them over the years, and then I found it in my own walk of life. So I want you guys to find this for yourself. I want you to really believe it, and you can only really believe it by doing it. So it's weird how a lot of the things initially that we perceive as not fun. A lot of people, if I spoke to a lot of young people and I said, put your hands up if you guys think working hard could be really fun and exciting, I'm sure most young people would be like, they wouldn't put their hands up, because we've been taught, even I was taught, I had to unlearn it, that hard work is something that you hate, you resent, you don't enjoy it, you do it because you have to do it. No, that's not been my experience. Okay, it might be the case if you're doing a job that you don't enjoy, or if you're going to university studying a subject that you're not interested in, then yeah. But if you're doing something that you enjoy and you were born to do, which everyone can, there's no excuse if they really want to, then working hard at something that you love, yeah, it can be challenging, it can be tiring, it can involve a lot of mental toughness, but it's extremely rewarding. So I mean, I could speak about it for hours. It doesn't get boring because it encompasses so many things. But in order to get to that point, you've really got to start off with the basic things in life. And that's why I like to always start off with the foundation on this channel. And the first thing I try to say to people is, first thing you want to do when you wake up, obviously be grateful for another day. I do believe that. Another nice thing that Floyd Mayweather said, my other friend Floyd always said that as well. So something's going on here with gratitude. But when you wake up, clean your apartment, take a shower, leave the house. I'm going to read the questions. I really like your questions, by the way, guys. Please feel free you can interrupt the talk because I can always talk and then do the question. I overthink things too much to the point where when I have to do something like an assignment, I exhaust myself before starting. How do I stop overthinking so much? I get it. I understand that. So the way that you overcome that is by you got to take more action quicker and more consistently. So you basically got to break that pattern of thought, as you said. So see, when you've got assignments, this is what you're doing, right? A lot of people do it. So let's say that you've got an assignment, right, Don, and it's Sunday today, and maybe you've got to hand the assignment in next week. You've got 7 days. You're probably sitting down for hours thinking about it or laying down in bed going, oh, my assignment, I don't want to do it. I'm not in the mood. That's where it starts getting you. where this is what you need to do if you can, right? If I was in person with you coaching you, I would be like, right, Don, I'd find a way to speak to you in a respectful way, but that would motivate you. I say, let's just get into it right now. Let's start doing it. So you got to just throw yourself in. And when you take action, what you do is you break the chain of obsessive, compulsive overthinking. And we all have that. What you've got, Don, is not alien to me. I've got it. Everyone's got it. It's just a case of how you deal with it. And it's actually a very useful thing, the anxiety and the overthinking and the worrying. If you use it in the right way, which I'm telling you, then it will serve you in a very positive way. But if you don't use it, it's going to use you up, as you said, and you're going to be exhausted by the time you start your exam because you've burnt up too much energy with analysis, with analyzing. And I have this conversation with a lot of my clients, and I've kind of got to not fight with them physically, but kind of argue them to get them to understand where they're going wrong and say, look, you're analyzing too much. You're analyzing a conversation that you had with a person 2 weeks ago. Let it go. It's done. Move on. You're just wasting time. You're just burning, you're stressing yourself out. And I've had to learn this myself as someone who can naturally be the same as you, overthink things and lose a lot of energy. So you've got to do things quicker. You've got to take action. And that takes courage. You can do it with practice. And that's a part of working hard. Working hard is breaking the chain of compulsive, obsessive, overthinking and worrying and obsessing over little things and worrying about things that haven't happened yet. So you've got to get stuck in. And the more you do it, the better you get and the less you think, and then the more energized you feel. So it's really weird, this, right? The harder you work at something you enjoy, the less tired you feel. People are tired when they don't do nothing. They sit around. If I just sit around doing nothing for days on end, I feel exhausted. I feel terrible. I get depressed because we're not working hard. You're not connecting. So working hard, especially on the social aspect, on a deeper level. I know you guys you like me, you like to be meaningful and honest. You connect with yourself. You feel yourself more, if that makes sense. You guys know what I'm talking about. But when you don't work hard and you get stuck in overthinking, you can't really feel your emotions, the good emotions. You can't connect with yourself. You feel disconnected. And that's when people feel fake. They don't feel real. I understand. I've been there myself. They feel like something's missing in their life. And what's missing is the connection with themselves. And of course, if you're not connected with yourself, then when you're talking to other people, you can't really connect with them. So the connection comes from facing that social anxiety again and again and again. And as I said, I hope this helps a lot of people, because I don't like it when people put me on a pedestal, because I don't want, you shouldn't. I'm a hardworking person, and my message is I'm an underdog, same as all my people that follow me. And you guys can do it because I'm doing it. My clients are doing it. It doesn't, what I'm asking you to do, it doesn't discriminate anyone. Only you can discriminate yourself from not working hard at things. So that's why I said yesterday, I was talking to Tim on the live stream. Tim was asking me about my 1 year program, and he was asking me about the concept. He said, if he worked on his social anxiety for 1 year, would it really improve him? And I said, absolutely yes. Spending 1 year on something is going to make you really good at it. You're going to become really confident. As I've given the analogy before, I'll give it again. If any of you practiced live streams for 1 year, can you imagine how good you'd be? Even if you were really bad at the start, even if you were really nervous and you weren't good at it and you didn't know what to say, you were awkward. If you stuck at it for a year, can you imagine how good you'd be compared to the first time you've done it? So it's taking that same mindset and it's applying in any area of your life where you want to be successful. And as I said, I'm very thankful for having severe social anxiety in my early 20s and now really pretty much overcoming it, helping people around the world to do it, because it was really the anxiety and the social fears I had and challenges and problems in my life that made me realize the value of hard work. Because before that, don't get me wrong, I would work hard sometimes when I was in jobs, which is good. And I get that from my father and my mum, who are hard workers. But I didn't work hard enough on my anxieties, on my social skills. And when I finally started to get into motivation and listen to Les Brown and go out and work on my dating life and start a business and, do a lot of the things that we like on this channel, become a better person, it hit me. It made me realize, and I was so happy when I discovered that the solution to most of my problems, mental health problems, my financial problems, my relationships, my self-esteem, my thinking, my overthinking, my material challenges, most of them were solved through taking massive action. So, you guys have heard me over the years. Many people say it, you've got to take action. Taking action is just another word. I like the word. It's quite a cool word and it's true, but really it's another word for working hard. You've got to do it consistently. And the great thing is when you work hard, you really enjoy your rest. You really can. I'm a huge believer. I'm not like, I'm a huge believer in working very hard, but then also in chilling out. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with chilling at home and watching a movie or playing some video games. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's only when people do it too much and they don't work hard. There's nothing wrong with, taking some time out away from people and just having space on your own. I love doing that. But the problem is when people do it excessively, when they isolate. Many of my clients do it before they do my coaching. I get the emails all the time and I read them, and the emails are quite similar. The patterns are, I've been on my own for a long time. I'm depressed. I haven't got a social life. I haven't got a dating life. I'm not in the right job, or maybe they got money, but they're not happy. They're not getting out. They haven't been to an event. They're not really socializing with people. And that's when it becomes a problem. So, of course, there's a balance. I'm not saying work hard and make yourself ill. Of course not. But a lot of people, they don't get the balance right. They don't work hard enough. And like I said, hold on a second. Please get your questions in, by the way, guys, because I do appreciate you listening. I actually made some notes. There's a few things I wanted to mention. This is going to help you guys. I wrote these down. Just to let you guys know, I know it's finished, but the event today, you guys can make future ones. The talk today was about how to quit your job and start your own business. And I'm just going to quickly brief you through the things we went over. So it was about how to focus on what you want and stop focusing on what you don't want, how to turn fear into action, how to have the discipline to stop listening to negative people who are not qualified to be giving you business or career advice, the importance of getting a mentor who's successful, who can help you to be successful, finding the right market and adding value to that consistently, and overcoming your fear of selling and changing the way that changing your relationship with money from negative to positive. The importance values of being honest with people, setting long-term goals, setting daily goals. Today, now I've got another talk coming up next week, which is free. You guys are welcome to come. This is actually on dating and relationships. It's not on business. So it's titled How to Respectfully Speak to Women for Guys Who've Got Anxiety. So if you guys want to come to that, just send me an email and I'll book you on. There's already 7 coming. I'm running my talks on a platform called Meetup, but I'm also making them available for you guys if you want to just, you don't have to go on Meetup. You can email me directly and I can give you the details of this free event. This particular talk is for men who want to respectfully become more confident at speaking to women, building honest relationships. It's also a social event designed to support men's mental health and help guys to connect with like-minded people. So it's a really great event. This actual event I'm running is free, so take advantage of it. It's a 2-hour event. We're going to meet next Sunday. So if any of you want to come along, let me know. And I know some people will come on this stream later on. You'll watch it as a video, so you've got the opportunity to come along. Right, something I wrote on social anxiety. I'm going to make more videos. This is important. Where did I write this today? You guys can get some questions in if you want. That's interesting. I can't find it in the notes I wrote. Actually, I've been writing some notes today. When I'm teaching, I make some notes on the things that I learn, the things that work for the clients that do my paid programs, and what I learn as I go along. So I'd like to read something out that would help people on this channel, because sometimes I learn at such a fast rate, you haven't always got time to remember. So writing some things down. So overcoming social anxiety is very hard initially. It's hard because you've got to work through a lot of discomfort emotionally. You have to stay in social situations when you feel uncomfortable inside and learn how to not panic and still communicate with people at the same time in a positive, confident way. You have to also face the fear of holding eye contact with people while speaking. Another difficult thing, what is so valuable for all my clients and been for me, is you've got to learn how to open up with people and voluntarily trust them and stop being afraid of how people react to you. So they're just some really key points that I made a note of because I was coaching a client the other day, and these are the things that helped him. Let me read that question. Would you like to share your views on medication for mental health? I'm working on a program. Well, I don't really have any views on it. My whole take is, that's not really my area of expertise. Medication. It's best to speak to a doctor about that. I see your point, and I think, I've used medication at one point when I needed to, and it did help me. And I'm not on medication anymore, so I don't have any problem speaking about it. I think it should come down to the individual if that's what you're asking me. But yeah, it's not really my area of expertise, Jimmy. So I'm going to stick to speaking on what I'm an expert in. But yeah, that's your personal choice, and it's great that you feel moved to start helping people. If that's what I read. Oh, sorry. Let me read your question. So I'm working on a spiritual program, and opinions there are mixed, but I feel like the spirit is leading me to seek help for bipolar. Then follow it. Follow what you feel. If you've got a strong feeling, then you should definitely follow it. Hi, great coach. I had the pleasure to work with him. Oh, that's great. Have we worked together? Obviously, I won't know you by that name because you've got a nickname. But if we've worked together, great. You could let me know who you are so I know your name, or if you don't want to, that's fine. But thanks for giving me the review. Don says the world news is very negative. Yeah, it's definitely negative. Everybody kind of knows that, right? It's true. It can drain you. Oh, amazing! All right, man. I appreciate that, man. That we did the 6 week program. Oh wow, thanks, man. Well, listen, man. Because your name's not there, you don't have to say the name if you don't want to. But I'm well pleased that I work with you. I'd know you obviously by face. I never forget clients. And I hope that you're a lot better, in an even better place now. Come down to one of my events if you want. Okay, getting closer. I've worked with quite a few Italian guys. I think I know who you are. I think I remember because I worked with quite a lot of Italians. I appreciate it, man. It's been nice lately because I've had quite a lot of people message me that I worked with a long time ago. It's nice that people, they don't forget. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. I was telling one of my clients who's doing my business coaching. I told him he's already a good person, but when you're honest and you really help people, generally people never forget. Sometimes a lot of the clients I work with, they come back and do more coaching. So another great tip for business for any of you that want to build a business and be better with people. That's why it's better to be honest with people and help them, because you're going to build a better reputation. It's really good for business, and it's just the right thing to do. Yeah, that's true, Jimmy. Well, I spoke about that today at the event, and we all collectively realized and everybody enjoyed that. It was all about focus, and a big part of focusing, as some of you said, is it's not always easy. I know it's challenging, but I'm really good at it, and my mentors are good at it, and some of my clients is to have the discipline to not look at that stuff or not get involved in it. I'm not saying that you can't know what's going on. Of course, you're going to certain events you need to know what's going on in the world, but you don't have to be consumed by it. You don't have to spend too much time on it. And I don't watch it because, same as you guys, if I watch that, I'm going to be depressed. I'm going to be frightened of everything. I'm going to have anxiety. I'm going to think there's no hope, and you're just not going to enjoy your life. So, all successful people have many things in common. Definitely, one is they don't really watch the negative news. They don't spend too much time because it just makes you feel terrible. I'll give you guys more time because I like answering your questions. Yeah, I'm still processing today. I really do appreciate it. Every time I do these events, I feel so grateful. I'm like, I just really enjoy it. I really, it's hard to put it into words. I actually feel that I'm not even in a rush to push these events and, you know, be desperate for everyone to come down and force people because I just know that everyone will come when it's the right time for them, and the events they're already growing really well. So I just that's satisfied I am with these events and the success. Um, Maybe before, or the sort of general mindset is the urgency to fill events, but they're filling naturally, and you guys get a lot from the live streams. Um, the challenge that I face in the future is the events are getting bigger each time. I've got to find a bigger venue. I made a joke. Maybe I'm going to hire the O2 or Wembley Stadium and we're going to get a big crowd in there. I'm joking, but there's a little bit of truth in that. You never know. But for now, it's going great. What was nice there at the event, there was a guy that comes quite regularly, and he said he didn't really come to the event today for business advice because he's pretty content in his job, but he said he likes coming because it helps his mental health. If he's having a bad day or if he's had a bad week and he comes to the event, he said it makes him feel confident, it makes him feel better, and I really appreciated that. I told him that. So I don't. It's not number one on my list, like with regards to mental health, but is important to me, and I know these events do that anyway. So it's good that the events are helping everybody, including me, in a positive way. And that was my goal since 2017 when I had the mental health challenges myself. But yeah, I was just thinking about what you said, Jimmy, about medication. I might talk about it on the channel. I think there's probably a lot of people on this channel who are embarrassed. Maybe they're a bit ashamed or they're feeling they don't know how to talk about it. And I'm not embarrassed to talk about on the channel that I was on medication as well. I don't think there's anything to be embarrassed about, but I know today people can be nasty, people can make fun of people, but I don't get into that. So I think I'm going to share that because it seems to come up a little bit, and I've had some clients privately talk to me and ask me, and when I told them that I used it, they felt a lot better about themselves. So yeah, I will do a video and talk about it. For me personally, initially I was always against medication, not for other people, but I was very frightened of it. I was always paranoid, like, what's in this? I don't want to take this. But I wasn't forced to take medication. But when I was in hospital in 2017, I was really unwell, really unwell. So I made a decision myself that I need to take some medication to calm me down, make me feel a bit more relaxed. And I used it, and it helped me a lot. But the doctors and the people that applied it, they were good. They did encourage me to use it, but then eventually come off it, and that's what I did. I was recommended to not stay on it for more than like 2 years, so I was on it for about 2 years plus, and that's why I gained a lot of weight as well. And then eventually, I got my confidence back, got my mental health good, lost weight, went gym, and then I've come off the medication. So anyone can do it. I've done it. You can come off the medication. I was just having the thought that I'd feel like a broken or mentally fit. Yeah, I understand your feelings again. They're quite normal thoughts to have. But again, lots of the anxieties that we have and that I've overcome and helped people with, it really is getting to a point where you're not caring what people think. And I know that holds so many people back, because when I teach and do talks, that's one of the common things that comes up. People might say it directly. And if you want to be successful, you've got to get over that. Because again, I was listening to Floyd Mayweather speak, and he was saying, that it doesn't matter what you do. There's always going to be people that are, I know it's not a nice word, but there's always people that are going to hate you. There's people that hate me and don't like me. They don't know me, but they just don't like me because I'm successful and I speak out on things and I teach. You can't help that. You can't worry about what they think. But there's always good people that will like you. And it's really about living the life that you want to live. So back to what I was saying, with the whole sort of fear and embarrassment around medication, it's really about doing what the best thing is for you. But again, I'm not telling people to take medication. It's not my right to do that. I can only share my experience with medication. So yeah, make a decision. You're all adults, or speak to your doctor or your parents and you decide what's best for you. But maybe speaking about it helps some people on this channel to release the anxiety of, being embarrassed about it or whatever. Underdog Unchained. My relationship with money is both negative and positive in nature. I don't purchase many commodities, latest phones, trainers, but I procrastinate before committing to making a positive investment. But look, yeah, you're right. There's some positives in that and negatives, right? Exactly what you said. So there's a lot of, we can look at the positives, right? And okay, let's read the negative then from your point of view. So yeah, that's human nature again. That's not, I would again not blow things out of proportion. Everybody has that a bit. Everybody is a bit hesitant with spending things. Me too. But if that's something you want to improve, you can work at that. You've given me a great idea for a video. It takes confidence to sometimes spend and not procrastinate and fear. I know from my experience, many clients, not all of them, but some of them that do my coaching, which I know anyway, I understand psychology and I've been in sales for a long time. They're very fearful about doing my coaching because spending the money, the whole what if I waste my money? What if it's not worth it? Or my savings are going to go down. I've been through those things as well. But sometimes you got to listen to your heart. And if it's the right investment, then usually, I'm not saying in all cases, but usually you'll make more money back. I try to explain that to clients who have big anxieties about money. I say, look, if you spend money on my coaching, right, I'm going to help you build your confidence up, and I'm going to improve your communication skills in every area of life. And those skills that you're going to learn, that I'm going to teach you, that you're spending your hard money on, and I'm spending my hard time coaching you and teaching you my skills, it's a mutual exchange. If you want and you be a good person, you can make more money. You'll make more money than the money that you spent with me. So let me give you an example just to explain this to you. This is a very business mindset. Again, many people won't believe me. Many people will be skeptical. They'll be critical. It's totally their opinion, nothing to do with me. But many of you will get this, and I had to learn this the hard way. So let's say, for example, two of my clients recently, they spent £10,000 on my coaching, right? That's for my 1 year coaching. It cost 10K to work me for 1 year. They both spent 10K. Now, people can say, that's a lot of money. I'm losing, I'm wasting my money. But if they keep showing up to the sessions, which they are, one of my clients has already made over £2,000 already very quickly. He's going to make more than 10,000. So you're spending 10,000 on my coaching for 1 year. If you complete the year, which you will, and you learn the things I teach you, the business skills, the social skills, and the life skills, if you want and you work hard, you can make more than 10,000. There's no limit. You could make 100,000. That's really understanding the value of making the right investment. That's going to help you to make more money. Does that make sense? Now, obviously, you don't have to. I'm not saying everybody's got to work with me and pay me and do my coaching. You can go do coaching with another good coach who's honest, who's good at what they do, a business coach or a confidence coach. So when I work with my mentor, over the 3 years that I worked with him, in total, I spent around £20,000, right? In those 3 years. I've made that money back and I knew I would. Now, I didn't go to my mentor to learn how to make a lot of money. I went there to heal some of my trauma from my childhood and work on many things. And the stuff I learned working with Jeff was amazing. And of course, I got more confidence from working with Jeff. And then my skills improved and I made that money back. Obviously, the money didn't come straight away, but it came in the end. So that's really a great attitude on how to make more money. And I'm going to do lots of videos on this channel because one of my goals was, and I've said this before, I believe in God. I pray and I do pray and say, God, help me to bless my finances. And if you do that, I promise you I'll be the best to give back. You know, obviously I'll have some money so I can live my life. I'll help my parents and I will help my clients and help the good people that follow me on YouTube. I'll do the best I can to teach them what I've learned so they can improve their finances. It's a great attitude to have. You're really in a positive place when you are setting goals, when you want to help yourself. And you also, I know that you guys do, but I really hope you guys appreciate the value that I'm giving you today because I'm giving it to you for free. And this information wasn't free for me. I had to go through a lot of pain to get this knowledge and I had to spend a lot of money, but I also made a lot of money. And it's a joy for me. It's a pleasure for me to give it to you for free today and share it with you, especially if you appreciate it and you're going to go and use it. It's brilliant. Exactly. It's an investment. Now, of course, we got to be smart. Of course, there's times where you got to go, well, hang on a minute. I'm not going to spend my money on this material thing or this thing because it's not good. Like example, and I'm not telling people what to do, but people spend thousands of pounds a year on alcohol. Do you think that's a good investment? Of course it's not. I do it. I spend money. I probably spend too much money on coffee. Now, I like coffee, but the amount I spend, is it a good investment? It's probably not good. I probably should cut down and I will. So sometimes we do have to look at bad spending patterns where we're spending money on things that don't really benefit us in the long run. But you're not going to get that when you spend money on, usually with coaching. Most of the coaching industry is very honest and very good. Most of it, especially what I do. That's why my business has been going for so many years and I get returning clients because I do what I say. I really do teach valuable skills that people get value for. Unless someone is just lazy and they just do coaching and don't do anything, then it's not my fault. But generally, they're not like that. So I'm glad that you brought that question up, Underdog Unchained, because it really does hit home on a lot of struggles that people have with money and with discipline and understanding how to invest. I could even go deeper about investing and even into fitness. It's kind of known for that. But it's not always the case. It's about investing. It's not always about the financial investment. It's about discipline and taking action and showing up. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to pray. Your attitude seems really good. But I always feel like, in my experience, when you pray and you got good intentions and you work hard and you pray, you always get the results. It doesn't always come in our time; it comes in God's time, just when it's right in anything. And that's not just with money. That's been with money in my experience, but that's with things that you want to achieve in your life or you want to grow as a person. And prayer plus action it's a powerful recipe. Yeah, like I said, guys, follow me on Instagram if you haven't done it. It's starting to build up. I put really positive stuff on there, and you get to have you get to have a little look at nice pictures of me teaching clients and events, and I put up some diet, some boxing stuff, business stuff, a combination of things that we teach on this channel. So follow me on Instagram. Actually, let me leave the link in this thing. Obviously, you guys, you don't have to if you don't want to. So don't do it out of obligation. Do it because you want to, but you'll grow a lot more, because it's nothing but all the stuff I put up there is really good. I'm not into fake stuff. By the way, you guys watching the boxing tonight, I am looking forward to it. The Jake Paul Tommy Fury fight. I think it's going to start in an hour, which is why I'm going to finish this stream soon. Right, let me just show this my Instagram. I actually think that's why there's not as many people on the stream today, even though I'm always grateful, even if one person comes on, because of the fight tonight. I think many people are watching that. Yeah, it's been a great day today. I've had a really productive day. Got up early. I went to the gym in the morning. I did the event, come home, bought some healthy food, cooked the stir fry, and now here with you guys. I'm not sure. Underdog. I've got to check. I'll have to look. Probably you're going to have to pay for it. I will check online. But yeah, as I said, guys, I always really appreciate your support. At the moment, I'm just I'm really motivated on the main subjects of confidence and social anxiety on this channel, and I'm really putting ideas together. I'm building the business back up again, doing more things, which is great. Excuse me, I'm really enjoying it, and I really want to invest in, as I said, I want to keep improving the equipment and making different videos and just covering, adding more value on the business and the channel. Well, what would be great, right? It's not impossible, because I'm already getting regular people coming to these events and new people. But it would be good to replicate the live stream in person. I know some of you are abroad in the States, but I believe it's possible. Lots of my clients fly over to London when they can, so it would be great if we could meet in person and do have this type of dialogue. But if we can't for whatever reason, then it's not the end of the world, but it would be better, even for you guys, to meet each other in person, connect. You gain a lot more confidence. There's so many things I want to do on this channel. I'm kind of doing them, but I want to do them more. I want to do business coaching, business, fitness, diet, facing fear, goal setting, accountability, motivation, many things on this channel, dating, relationships, all these different areas. If you do the 6 weeks program in London, then it includes meeting in London. So what I do with my clients is we meet up once a week in London. So the sessions are 2 hours. They're really good. They're intense. Occasionally, if people, as I said to you before, Tim, if they can't get to London, they can't for whatever reason, then I can do the 6 weeks program on Zoom. You can still get great results, but in all honesty, it's better to do the coaching in person. You'll gain more confidence in person. But worst case scenario, if you're really committed, I've helped a lot of clients online in Canada, America, all around the world, by coaching them, talking to them. Most of my coaching, which helps people, as I said, is around communication. It's very similar to what I'm doing on the live stream, but it's one-on-one with you, and that's what makes the difference. I'm really about getting through to past people's self-doubt and negativity and getting them to take action on their fears, especially social anxiety. Yeah, I keep saying it. There's something transformative about meeting in person. The more I coach in person, the more I enjoy it. The more I see people getting results, the more events that I do in person, the more I enjoy it. But having said that, I really enjoy doing the YouTube video live streams. But yeah, I would honestly recommend anyone on this channel who's considering doing my coaching or wants to just build more confidence, whether you're going to work with me or go on your own or work with another coach. Honestly, guys, I can't, if I could give you one thing in life, you can't understand the value of facing your fears and meeting people in person, going to events or going on dates or meeting up with your friends, family. It really does give you confidence, and if you do it regularly, you start to notice that the anxiety starts to decrease, the nervousness, the overthinking, the panicking, this feeling self-conscious, embarrassed. All these things all your demons start wearing off. But yeah, like I said, I don't lie. I'm not going to lie to people. It's not easy at the start. It wasn't easy for me. It's really challenging, which is why it's good to have a coach. Or if you can't get a coach, it's good to really follow this channel and work on your mindset. Listen to other people, not just me. Listen to someone like David Goggins, who also suffered with bad social anxiety, and listen to how he overcome it. Listen to the things that he tells you and try it. Really, I find it does help. I think something that really helped me, and I know it helps people, is when you can, relate to somebody else that has the same issue that you've got, that's really improved at it or overcome it. It makes you believe that you can do it, which you can. Yeah, one of my friends actually, I think you from the US, Tim, right? He came over to the US. I met him yesterday. A friend of mine, Jake. He's done session with me before. He's a good guy, and we went for Nando's. We had food, and he come to my event today. He's a very brave guy. He's traveled before. He told me he's really brave. He said, I've got social anxiety, Jonathan. It's not easy for me being around people. But I said, you're doing a great job. You're facing it. You're growing. He's improving, gaining more confidence. So many people are facing it. Many people are overcoming it. I'm going to finish up soon, guys, because I said I'd do an hour today, and it's just gone over the hour because I'm going to watch the boxing soon. And I did do an event today. I'll probably be going live tomorrow. I'll be doing lots more videos. I'm really gonna go at things now. Let me know as well, guys, if you've got more recommendations for videos, topics, and always let me know what are the things that I'm teaching you that are really helping you. Yeah, that's what I like about social anxiety, and I like teaching. There's many different areas that you've kind of got to overcome, and one of the things that comes to mind now is there's a psychological element that can really challenge people. Like psychologically, people get scared psychologically of social situations and meeting people and talking to. I had that when I started out, but I think the most challenging part is the emotional aspect when you're around people. The emotions that you've got to deal with and handle, and a lot of these emotions are triggered from childhood, and all these different emotions that you've got to deal with. Sometimes it's challenging for people to sort of be vulnerable around people and feel empathy and open up. I know it was for me quite a few times until I worked at it, did therapy, and went out and worked on my confidence and just dealing with the pressure of sitting in a group of people, making eye contact, speaking. But these are all areas that you can really improve in and overcome if you've got the right mindset, if you set the right goals, if you've got a purpose. And I'm going to end this talk on this. I wrote this today. I realized it. It's not enough for most people just to say, well, I've got social anxiety and I want to need a specific reason. I always ask this question to clients. Okay, I know you've got social anxiety. It's horrible. I know it could be horrible. You want to overcome it. Why? And, often or not, they'll give the answer, say, well, I want to get a girlfriend. I want to meet someone. I need to overcome it. Or I want to start my own business. Or I want to be more social. Or I want to make friends. Or I want to improve my mental health. So it's good. You need a reason, you need a purpose, because if you don't have a purpose and a reason, you will not find the motivation to go out and put yourself in these new social situations and get comfortable being uncomfortable. You'll get demotivated, you'll get discouraged, you won't do it, in my experience, unless you're a really strong-minded person. And most people are not to begin with. I wasn't. It's something that you've got sort of, you need that spark, you need to be inspired. So I would say today, guys, really think about what's the reason why you want to overcome it. Because I hope I could be wrong, but generally in my experience of working with people, if they don't have a reason, they generally tend to shy away from it. So everyone's reasons could be different. For some people, it's getting a wife. For other people, it's making friends. Or for some people, I know for me, a big part of it was I wanted to overcome my trauma from school, from being bullied and laughed at. I wanted to prove those negative people wrong. I wanted to prove my own self-doubt wrong. I really wanted the confidence. I wanted to not let this darkness, this fear, these insecurities that were running me for many years, I didn't want to let those things win. I really wanted to feel what it would feel like to overcome these things and be a confident person and do the things that I always wanted to do, but the things that I always shied away from. So I had a purpose, and on top of that, I wanted a girlfriend. I wanted to make money doing something I loved, and I wanted to inspire people. Yeah. Some clients have done that. They've rented an Airbnb, or they've stayed in a hotel. If they've done a 6-week program. But yeah, there's always options in London. There's lots of places that you can stay that have got different prices. You can get places that are more on the cheaper side, more affordable, or more expensive. A friend of mine, well, he would come for 9 days. He would choose a more expensive option. He was always good with that, and he would stay. Actually, he would stay at the hotel where I'd done my event today, which is on the Strand Palace. I don't know what the exact prices are, but he would stay there. It's a lovely place. But again, you don't have to stay in a 5-star hotel. It depends obviously on your budget and what you want, but you can find cheap options. I have some clients where they'll stay in a cheaper place. Any last question, guys? We're going to finish up. I would have liked to go on longer today because I like to only do 2 hours, but I did the event today. I'm pretty tired from that. That was amazing. That was about 3 hours we did. And I want to watch this fight. I think it's going to start about 10. Don't want to miss it. But yeah, again, I really do appreciate everyone coming on these streams. It's great. And the support on the videos. Oh, guys, I forgot to say it. I should have said it at the start. I'm doing a weekend program. This is specifically for social anxiety with talking to women and building relationships. If any of you want to come on that, I've got some spaces left. I sold a space the other day. And the weekend confidence program is in March. It's on March, the 11th and the 12th in London. There's going to be a group of 4 of us, including me, maximum. And we're going to practice talking to women, having conversations, building confidence, having honest conversations. And we're going to also practice talking amongst ourselves in a group. So it's great because for my clients who have social anxiety with people, with talking to men and women, you get to speak to both, which I think is really useful because if you want to get a girlfriend or you want to be more comfortable with women, then you can do that. You can learn that on the weekend program. And if you also want to be more comfortable talking to guys and making male friends and being better with people, then you're going to learn that. And as I said, no one does a program like this in the world. Most programs are specifically just for talking to women. And my program, I think, is a lot more valuable because it helps you to be better with people. And if you're good with people, then you'll be good with women, etc. And you also get to work on the things that I talk about on this channel. And the value, I'll tell you right now what the value is when you spend your money. The value is the experience. And you can't get that experience by watching a video of mine. Even though I give you everything for free on the channel, it's not the same it's not as powerful as doing the program, because you're in person with me. We're in a group. We're in the flesh, and that's the connection's just better. So if you're interested, guys, send me an email. My email address is it's Johnny BERBA 88@gmail.com. It's underneath all my videos. Email me. I'll get back to you. I'll give you all the details of the program. But just to let you know now, it's a Saturday and a Sunday. It's 10 hours in total, 5 hours Saturday, 5 hours Sunday. We have a lunch break in between. Obviously, we have food, we have some coffee. We do a lot of social practice, a lot of reflecting, a lot of feedback. It's just an amazing experience. It's really intense, but in a good way. You work hard, and you really do gain a lot of confidence. You're going to build great connections. And when the program's over, I prepare you and give you tools so that you can keep improving. You know, you're not going to do the program and then just be kind of left. You don't know what to do. You can email me after the program. I've got the channel, the videos. There's a lot of support. So I really do give massive value on the program. This program has been successful for many years. As I said, I attract clients from all around the world on this program, and we have a great time. So let me know about the program, guys. And like I say, don't worry if you can't make the program. You've got the free YouTube videos, you've got the events, and obviously if you can't make it, you can't make it. I'm grateful for the support anyway. And the spaces are limited to 4, because if I took on too many people, it would be too many people, and it would be a bit too much. I wouldn't be able to divide my time. Now, I also do another program, which is very popular. Let's say that you wanted to do a weekend program, but you didn't want to do it in a group because you wanted all my time one-on-one. Then you can apply for that, and I can schedule a weekend where I'm free and you're free. And that works really well. And I really enjoy doing that. I ran that recently 2 weeks ago with a really nice guy from Scotland, and he wanted to do it one-on-one. The one-on-one is a bit more expensive because you're getting all my time one-on-one, where the group is slightly cheaper, but both of them are really great. And it obviously depends on what you prefer. There's value in both. If it was my choice personally, I think it's better to do it in a group, because in the group you're getting to practice with your social anxiety amongst a group of like-minded guys, and then we get to practice talking to women, and it's less intense because obviously it's not all the spotlights on you. It's like a team effort, and that's a nice atmosphere. But for people that like one-on-one, who prefer that one-on-one time, and they want that kind of intimate, intense coaching experience, then the one-on-one would be better for you. So it really depends on you, what you prefer. As I said, there's positives with both. But I will say this, for those of you that think it's going to be easy, that's where you're going to get the value from. So yeah, the value is the experience, the confidence, and the things that you learn. And we do have a really great time on the program. So yeah, let me know. I'll tell you about the time it starts, what we do, the price. Lots of people usually say to me, well, if I sign up to the program, do I need to do homework before I come on? And I said, no, you don't need to do any homework. Just come dressed smart, in clothes that you feel comfortable in, come with a good attitude, show up on time, and I'll do the rest. Be open-minded, be brave. And that's all you really need to do. Make the investment financially, emotionally, come along, and you're going to get so much value and confidence. Excuse me. So that's that program coming up. And as I said, in regards to one-on-one coaching, if anyone is interested in the 1-year program or 6 weeks, send me an email and I'll give you the information on that. I'm doing a lot of different coaching programs now. I'm really loving teaching. I'm still in the process of rebuilding my business, and it's going really well. I'm taking on more clients now. Before, I didn't really want to work full-time for a while because I did it for many years, and I got to a point where I was really burnt out. But now I've had rest, I've recuperated, and I'm enjoying teaching again. I love it, and I want to get back to, I'm close to getting back to full-time hours again. I really am loving it again. So whilst I'm here and doing it, guys, take advantage. So yeah, hopefully everyone's getting a lot of value. I'm certainly seeing the value that my clients are getting. And everyone on this channel can help someone else just by just by being kind and sharing the things that you learn. So far it's going great. I think we're making such a positive impact on confidence, mental health, men and women. Also, let me know, guys, because I know not a lot of people on the channel know, but I am really passionate about helping people to build businesses, especially in the coaching industry. So if any of you are interested, if you've got the passion to do something similar to what I'm doing, and you want to learn how to do it, please get in touch, because I do business coaching and I work with select few. Like, you have to be committed and passionate. You have to have, really have a heart for wanting to help people and wanting to make a living doing it. I can help you to do it. I'm helping a client at the moment. He's becoming very successful at teaching. So it's a direction that I'm going to develop more on the channel, more in my business. And I never actually, that's not in true. I never planned at the start to go into doing business coaching. At the start, I was strictly dating coaching. But as I did that and became successful over the years, I really wanted to go in and do other areas. So I'm really grateful to be doing not only dating and relationship coaching and social anxiety coaching, which I really enjoy, but to have the privilege of doing business coaching and sharing all the things that I've learned. And I've learned a lot over the years. I'm almost on my 11th year as a businessman and entrepreneur and a teacher, and I've learned a lot in that time. I've also learned a lot from the mistakes I've made, and I can teach people how not to make the mistakes that I made and how to do things right quicker. But yeah, to summarize today's talk, if I could get it down into one word or a couple of words, it's what I said. It's work hard. Whatever you do, work hard. Whether you're working on your social anxiety, or it's your university, or if you're working with your coach or your therapist, or you're in mental health or your diet, boxing, whatever it is, make sure that you work hard, because if you don't, you're not going to succeed and you won't be happy. But of course, I also tell my clients it is important to look after your mental health and have some days off to recover. I always take at least 1 or 2 days off a week to recover, recuperate, and just rest my mind and my body to keep myself well. And I remind my clients are very good at doing it, because you don't want to run the risk of burning out. That's not good. All right, guys, that's it for today, man. I enjoyed it. Thanks for coming on. I'm looking forward to watching this fight. And I should speak to you guys tomorrow. I should be on live in the evening. And yeah, it's been great. Thank you for everyone coming down to the event again. And I'm going to keep making videos. All right, guys, I'll end it now, because if I don't end it, I'll keep speaking. Once I get started, I can't stop, and the coffee kicks in. So yeah, thanks for coming on, guys. I'll see you soon. All right, have a good one.